I know you do. When I did the Bomb Man run, I had so much trouble, and I became so frustrated that I swore I would never, ever return to Mega Man 1 for the purposes of no damage runs. And yet, here we are. Yeah, presumably you watched my last video, and if you did, you saw me take on Cutman. I learned a few things from Cutman. One of which was that maybe Mega Man 1 just wasn't really as hard as I gave it credit for being. So for whatever reason, probably in the throes of madness, I decided that I could take on a much more traditionally difficult Robot Master. Bomb Man and Cutman both have very easily exploited AI, so I figured now, for my next step, I would go after a Robot Master that, well, was just a lot more ruthless, and who lived in a stage that was, by and large, considered much less fair. I know. I didn't think I would ever do this either. And now that I'm about to, I'm wondering why. But I guess I can't put it off any longer. You guys want to see me take on Iceman? And so Iceman it's gonna be. What happened here? Where's the color? The emulator must be screwing up. Yeah, I don't know, I guess we'll just try to tough it out. No, of course, the stage select screen was actually just a brilliant mislead. I'm really playing the the Game Boy version of Mega Man 1, called Mega Man and Dr. Wily's Revenge. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that this was actually the only Mega Man game that I had growing up. As a consequence, I'm actually more familiar with this than I am some of the later games, even though I'm a little better at those. Interestingly enough, though, I learned when I was practicing this to see if I could actually do a no-damage run of any stage, that I don't think I ever made it to Dr. Wily. Or at least not his stage. The reason I say that is, I knew that Anchor originated in one of the Game Boy games, but I didn't realize it was this one, even though I played it to death as a kid. Yeah, it was kind of a surprise to see him show up. So I guess I never really did very well at this game. Okay, for the NES, Iceman had a disappearing block segment or two, and they were pretty frustrating. In the Game Boy version, there are disappearing blocks, but not in this stage. Instead, he has these little puzzle rooms with the icicles. The ice physics, as you might be able to tell, are a little different in this game than they are in the other Mega Man games. For example, if you slide into a wall, your momentum doesn't stop. If you slide into a wall and then jump, you're actually going to just be carried onto and somewhat across the ledge. Very strange, and very difficult to get used to. Another strange thing about the ice physics is that if you jump, it doesn't reset your forward momentum, as I think it does in all of the other Mega Man games. Yeah, that sigh was because we're coming up on a section here where the ice physics are really going to cause us some trouble. But not until after this Sniper Joe. He's going to cause us all different kinds of trouble. Yeah, do you see how I got carried back there? That was because hitting the wall did not reset my momentum. Very strange, and very difficult to get used to. And then, of course, if you were to get used to it, you'd never need that knowledge again. And for some reason I jumped there and I'm going to regret it. Ah. Yeah, see, this is really annoying. Okay, we're through. At least with that. Now we have these narrow, icy ledges to cope with, along with those weird worm-producing things from Mega Man 2, but we're through. Now we're going to switch to the Firestorm. They seem to do a little bit better job on these ones here. The Firestorm, for whatever reason, is actually it seems much more useful in this game than it did in the NES version. I almost never used it there. In fact, I'm not sure I ever did. And we're through to Iceman. We do have his weakness. It's the Elect Beam, just as it is on the NES, but we're not going to use that. Because, hey, it feels pretty good to be able to say that you took down Iceman Buster only. The only really difficult thing about this fight is the ice itself. And that's the ice on the ground, of course. Not the ice he's throwing. That's actually pretty easy to deal with. Yeah, Iceman has become pretty merciful in his old age here. That black and white really did a number on his brain. He no longer sends the ice out as tightly packed, which means they're pretty darn easy to avoid. I'm certainly not complaining when I say that. In fact, by an unpredictable twist, I think that actually made him the easiest Robot Master in this game. His stage, of course, is another story. You may have noticed how many times I resorted to Robot Master weapons during this stage. It's not nearly as bad as Mega Man 1 for the NES, but it's still pretty darn tough, and to do it Buster only no damage, you'd be pretty incredible. But that's really it. Iceman is down. One way or another, we got him. And then we have the most fucking terrifying weapon get screen in any Mega Man game. Carry is a utility. It's basically just a stationary platform. But that's it. We made it. Oh no, I will actually go back to the stage select screen because we don't automatically go to Wily. We just see him hanging out there in the middle. So, yeah. Iceman is down. It wasn't totally painless, as you'll see in the outtakes, but a lot easier than if we'd gone after him on the NES, as I'm sure you would agree. One interesting thing, probably worth noting, this is the only stage that I've done so far that Rome Mithril hasn't done before me. And I don't know if he ever will. So it makes me feel kind of good, forging slightly new ground. But enough of my yakking, on to the outtakes. What happened? Where'd the color go? I guess there's something wrong with my TV, because I'm certainly not using an emulator. Oh. No, that was actually just a brilliant mislead on the title screen. Where the enemy... Fuck. The Elect Beam is as helpful as ever, and the Firestorm, for whatever reason... Escape Mega Man. The Firestorm, for whatever reason, seems a little more helpful in this game. But we're through to Iceman. And I'm gonna fight him Buster only, even though I do have his weakness. The weakness is the Elect Beam. Oh, you're kidding. Yeah, that wasn't the real Iceman. Or rather it was, but obviously a pretty gimped version of the NES villain we know and love. I don't know if I'll actually ever get to do the real Iceman on the NES. That's, something I'd rather not even think about. But I did want to do this and show off another Game Boy game. This one's a lot of fun. I really like it. And I've heard a lot of people refer to this game specifically as unfair. I disagree. I actually think overall it's easier than the NES version of Mega Man, but again, maybe that's just down to familiarity. Because I'm familiar with it, I figured this would only take me 5 attempts before I got a successful no-damage run on Iceman. In reality, it only took me 4. Yeah, I thought I'd actually come in a bit over par on this one, but I'm certainly glad that I didn't. And it is a really fun game, and I encourage you all to get it. Any of you who have a 3DS out there, I know, I like it though. The Virtual Console feature there should be getting this game fairly soon. Look forward to it, it's actually a lot of fun. With that, I wish I had more to say, and I certainly would if it was the NES stage. But stay tuned, because we've got some good ones coming up. And I appreciate everybody out there who watches and comments and leaves feedback, positive or negative, so please continue to do so, and I hope you continue to enjoy. Thanks for watching.
to the motherfucking 90s. On this G-Funk shit. I need my crew with me. Where's PG-15? Yeah. Dopamine. PG. To the 90s. Big Skinny. It's just me and my homies doing what we always do. Kicking back, listening to oldie tunes. PG had the kush fired up. Thought I was elevated, but it took me higher up. Big Skinny say he'll be there in a second. He's riding around town, dropping off and collecting. Me and Dopamine posted without a worry. Ciroc on the rocks, toast to my attorney. Dub came through with the 30-pack. Soon as the top cracks, there's no turning back. That's the type of shit we on till the summertime is gone. Scooped up my homie Hollywood, it's time to hit the mall. And these girls keep driving me crazy, and they boyfriends keep hating. It's not really my fault that I came through this bitch fresher than y'all. Fresh like some brand new ones. If you ain't up to par, you better vamoose, son. You can't hang. My style's so acrobatic from head to toe. You better make sure that picture's panoramic. Yeah, you know I got the beats banging. If the party's at my house, then you know I'ma DJ it. West Coast, so the dubs is up. Got the JBL slumping till the sun comes up.
Guess who's back in the motherfucking house? 1, 2 nuts for your motherfucking mouth. Biggity bounce them tits and that ass to the ground. Hey bartender, pour another round. Henny and Crown for the fellas. Ladies, vodka mixed drink with them little umbrellas. Put your hands vertical and bounce them, bounce them. Take you back in time, favorite rapper is from Compton. Your rapper's favorite rapper still remain a factor. Inevitably becoming immortal, cause they definitely gonna live past ya. Classics hold the valley, can nobody hold that stature. Impossible today, but you can give your thanks to Napster. I love to reminisce through music, not pics. Relive the vibe with the snare and the kick. For old time's sakes, put your hands to the sky. Wave them side to side, wave them side to side.
Well, this DJ be named PG had the radio blasting Warren G and S and double OP. Try to break ins, have fun with the homies. Had the chronic before I smoke chronic. And if you know me, you would think there's never time I didn't toe. Even though I said every word to end of smoke. Total devastation taught me how to roll. And first of the month was on replay by Bone. This is when music was the dopest. Ice Cube smoking weed on his porch. And was a good day, even the sun is scorching. Wear my head down to get cool. Listen to snare by leaders of the new school. Dancing around like Pac on Humpty Hump, we act a fool. After hearing I got 5 on it, I got high on it, and I'm feeling it too.
1 for the money, 2 for the bitches, 3 to get ready, and 4 to hit the switches. Remember that shit? When a battle was a battle, real freestyle, not written shit. Dana Howard was a freak, she had the curves. Drinking fruity, saying 9 still reserves. Action 900 and McGregor cleats. We're at Family Bargain, we used to play hide and seek. Shit got socks from the swamp meet. Used to buy rap tapes where side A was side B. Everyone raps trying to make a hit, but all your haters still yapping, still talking shit.
So fuck you, fuck you.
You know I don't give a fuck.
So fuck you, fuck you.
West Coast, so the dubs is up. Got the JBL slumping till the sun comes up.